For centuries, humankind has gazed back into the shadowy corridors of history, piecing together the puzzle of who we are and where we came from. Among the countless artifacts, texts, and monuments that have surfaced from the sands of time, there are a select few that defy explanation. These enigmatic relics, crafted with sophistication that seems out of place in their time, suggest that our ancestors may have possessed knowledge far beyond what we attribute to their era. This uncharted territory of wisdom and invention is what we now call ancient knowledge, a field rich with mysteries waiting to be unraveled. One such artifact is the Antikythera Mechanism, a complex device discovered in the ruins of a Roman shipwreck in 1902. When this heavily corroded relic was unearthed, its intricate network of gears and cogs baffled even the most seasoned archaeologists. How could such an advanced mechanism, essentially the world's first analog computer, exist over 2.000 years ago? Its ability to predict celestial events and track complex astronomical cycles challenges everything we thought we knew about the technological capabilities of the ancient Greeks. Another masterpiece of ancient knowledge is the Voynich Manuscript, an undeciphered codex dating back to the 15th century. Its pages, adorned with strange illustrations of plants, celestial diagrams, and bathing women, are accompanied by text written in a language or code that no one has been able to decipher. For over 100 years, linguists, cryptographers, and historians have tried and failed to unlock its secrets. Some believe it contains lost alchemical formulas or medicinal knowledge, while others speculate it might be the work of a genius far ahead of their time, perhaps even an extraterrestrial visitor. These two artifacts are not mere anomalies. They are keys to understanding a deeper truth about our ancestors. They challenge the linear narrative of human progress, which assumes that knowledge and technology have always moved forward without interruption. What if we have lost more knowledge than we've preserved? What if ancient civilizations achieved heights of understanding that were obliterated by time, war, or natural disasters? The Antikythera Mechanism and the Voynich Manuscript suggest that history is far more complex and layered than we once believed. As a researcher deeply immersed in ancient knowledge, I find these artifacts not just fascinating but profoundly humbling. They remind us of the limits of our understanding and challenge us to keep asking questions. What else lies hidden beneath the surface of history? How many other Antikythera mechanisms or Voynich manuscripts are waiting to be discovered? These questions drive us to explore, to dig deeper, and to expand the boundaries of what we know about the past. Ancient knowledge is not just a field of study. It is a bridge between the past and the future, connecting us to the ingenuity and curiosity of our ancestors. It reminds us that history is not a straight line but a tapestry of triumphs, losses, and rediscoveries. In this series, we will journey into the heart of ancient knowledge, exploring the artifacts, mysteries, and legacies that continue to shape our understanding of humanity's potential. In the summer of 1901, off the coast of the Greek island of Antikythera, a group of sponge divers made a discovery that would baffle historians and scientists alike for over a century. Deep beneath the waves, at the bottom of the Aegean Sea, lay the remains of a shipwreck dating back to around 60 BCE. Amid the scattered remains of ancient treasures, statues, and pottery, the divers uncovered a small, corroded fragment of what would later become one of the most enigmatic artifacts of ancient history, the Antikythera Mechanism. The Antikythera Mechanism, initially thought to be just a simple relic of the past, turned out to be something far more extraordinary. It was a complex assembly of gears, wheels, and intricate metal parts, resembling a form of mechanical computer that seemed completely out of place for its time. The device's sophistication shocked experts, leading many to wonder how such a piece of advanced technology could exist over 2.000 years ago, long before the birth of modern science and engineering. Scholars, unable to comprehend its purpose at first, were left with more questions than answers. What was the true function of this device? Why did it appear so advanced? And who could have possibly conceived such a mechanism in an age without the technologies that we take for granted today? Some speculated that the Antikythera Mechanism was an astronomical calculator, a device used to predict the positions of celestial bodies like the sun, moon, and planets. Others proposed that it was a primitive form of a clock or a calendar. Over the years, the Antikythera Mechanism has been painstakingly analyzed using modern technologies. Through X-ray imaging and 3D reconstruction, researchers have uncovered more details about its intricate design. The mechanism consists of a series of interlocking gears, with a primary gear that drives a secondary set of gears, each corresponding to different astronomical cycles, including the movements of the moon and planets. It also features a calendar dial, which seems to have been used for tracking the phases of the moon and predicting lunar and solar eclipses. One of the most intriguing aspects of the Antikythera Mechanism is its use of a differential gear, a sophisticated gear system that allows for the accurate representation of the varying speeds of different celestial bodies. This feature was not seen again in mechanical devices until the 14th century. More than 1,000 years later, such an advanced piece of technology suggests that ancient Greek scientists possessed a much greater understanding of mechanics and astronomy than we had previously imagined. The true purpose of the Antikythera Mechanism, however, remains a subject of debate. Some researchers argue that it was used primarily for astronomical purposes, to track and predict celestial events with great accuracy. Others, however, suggest that it may have had a more practical use, possibly as a navigational aid for sailors or as an early form of a mechanical clock. There is even a theory that the mechanism could have been used for astrological purposes, to predict the fate of individuals or cities based on celestial alignments. Regardless of its exact purpose, the Antikythera Mechanism serves as a testament to the incredible ingenuity of the ancient Greeks. It stands as a reminder that advanced technological knowledge may not be as modern as we think, and that the ancients, far from being primitive, were capable of constructing devices that could rival or even surpass the technology of later civilizations. The discovery of the Antikythera Mechanism raises more questions than answers, inviting us to look deeper into the past and reconsider what we thought we knew about the ancient world. The more we learn about the Antikythera Mechanism, the more it becomes clear that its complexity defies the capabilities of ancient civilizations. The device's most striking feature is the extraordinary sophistication of its gears. In total, there are 37 gears, each one meticulously crafted to perform a specific function. What is truly remarkable, however, is how these gears were constructed using prime numbers. Prime numbers, numbers that are divisible only by one and themselves, are a concept that was not fully understood or utilized in modern mathematics until centuries later. Yet, over 2,000 years ago, an unknown inventor or team of scientists understood how to craft gears using prime numbers in a way that allowed for an extraordinarily accurate representation of celestial movements. This level of precision, at such an early point in human history, is simply mind-boggling. The gears of the Antikythera Mechanism are not just simple cogs in a machine. They are a testament to the advanced understanding of mathematics and engineering that existed in the ancient world. Each gear was designed with incredible precision, fitting perfectly with the others to create a system capable of tracking the movements of celestial bodies across time. This system, which resembled a clock or an astronomical calculator, was able to predict the positions of the sun, moon, and planets with stunning accuracy. What is even more astonishing is the fact that the gears in the Antikythera Mechanism were crafted using a level of mathematical understanding that was centuries ahead of its time. The use of prime numbers in the design is not just a curious anomaly. It points to a deep, almost prophetic knowledge of mathematical principles. Prime numbers were not systematically studied in Western mathematics until the 17th century. Yet they were embedded in the very heart of this ancient device. The precision with which these gears were crafted is equally remarkable. Each gear was hand-carved from bronze, with teeth that were perfectly aligned to ensure smooth and accurate movement. The gear teeth were arranged so precisely that even the smallest variation in size could have caused the entire mechanism to malfunction. Yet, despite the passage of time and the ravages of the sea, The fragments of the Antikythera Mechanism still bear traces of that craftsmanship, and researchers have been able to reconstruct it with remarkable accuracy. The question that haunts us, however, is how this technology could have come to be. How did ancient Greeks possess the knowledge and skill to craft such a sophisticated mechanism? What was the source of their understanding of advanced mathematics and engineering? There are no clear answers, but the Antikythera Mechanism challenges everything we thought we knew about ancient science. It raises unsettling questions about the true capabilities of ancient civilizations and forces us to reconsider what we believe was possible in the ancient world. As we stand at the crossroads of ancient and modern knowledge, the Antikythera Mechanism offers us a glimpse into a world that was far more advanced than we ever imagined. It challenges our assumptions about the capabilities of ancient civilizations and forces us to confront the possibility that there were lost technologies and forgotten knowledge that could rewrite the history of science and technology. As we delve deeper into the Antikythera Mechanism, the complexity of its design continues to astonish even the most seasoned scholars of ancient history and technology. The 37 gears that make up the device are not just mechanical components. They are a representation of a level of engineering sophistication that seems almost alien in its precision. What is even more remarkable is the fact that these gears were crafted to work together with prime numbers, a concept that wasn't fully understood or explored by mathematicians until well into the modern era. Prime numbers, those unique integers divisible only by 1 in themselves, were not systematically studied or even recognized as essential building blocks in mathematics until the 17th century. Yet, over 2,000 years ago, an unknown Greek scientist or group of scientists had already understood the incredible potential of using these numbers to design mechanical components with exacting precision. The fact that the Antikythera Mechanism was built using such advanced mathematical concepts leaves us with a profound question. How could such knowledge have existed in the ancient world? This remarkable feat of ancient engineering challenges everything we know about the capabilities of ancient civilizations. It suggests that the Greeks, and perhaps other ancient cultures, possessed a deeper understanding of mathematics, astronomy, and mechanical engineering than we have previously imagined. But where did this knowledge come from? How could such advanced technology have been developed, only to be lost to history for over 1,000 years? One possibility is that this knowledge was passed down through a secret tradition, perhaps even through esoteric schools of thought that flourished in ancient Greece and beyond. Many ancient cultures, including the Egyptians, Mesopotamians, and later the Greeks, had a rich tradition of sacred mathematics and astronomy, often linked to religious practices and hidden knowledge. The possibility that there were advanced schools of science, known only to a select few, is not as far-fetched as it may seem. Another theory suggests that the knowledge embedded in the Antikythera Mechanism was the result of an exchange between ancient civilizations that spanned continents. The Greeks may have come into contact with advanced cultures like the Egyptians or even the ancient Indian subcontinent, which had its own traditions of astronomy and mathematics dating back thousands of years. These cross-cultural exchanges could have fostered the transfer of technological and scientific knowledge, leading to the creation of devices like the Antikythera Mechanism. The unsettling truth is that we may never fully understand how such a device was made or why it was created. The Antikythera Mechanism, buried for centuries under the sea, provides us with tantalizing glimpses into a world where advanced technology was not only possible but perhaps common. But as we marvel at the intricacy of its gears and ponder the vast knowledge it embodies, we are left with a lingering question. What else have we forgotten? What other lost technologies await rediscovery, waiting to rewrite our understanding of ancient history? The Antikythera Mechanism is more than just a marvel of ancient engineering. It's a profound challenge to the conventional understanding of ancient civilizations. It forces us to reconsider what we thought we knew about the capabilities of cultures from thousands of years ago. The precision with which the Greeks crafted this mechanical device, using prime numbers and complex astronomical principles, suggests a level of scientific knowledge that modern historians and scientists once believed was beyond the reach of ancient societies. But if the Greeks could achieve such technological sophistication, What other discoveries have been lost to history? What other examples of advanced knowledge and technology have slipped through the cracks of time? The discovery of the Antikythera Mechanism has forced historians and archaeologists to rethink the extent of ancient knowledge. For centuries, historians believed that the technological achievements of the ancient world were limited to basic tools, primitive construction methods, and simple mechanical devices. The idea that the ancient Greeks could have understood the complexities of gears and astronomical cycles seemed far-fetched. However, the existence of the Antikythera Mechanism challenges this assumption, suggesting that the ancients may have had access to knowledge far beyond what we currently understand. This realization forces us to confront a more uncomfortable truth. Much of what the ancients knew may have been lost, destroyed, or deliberately erased from history. Great libraries and temples, where knowledge may have been passed down, have been ravaged by time, war, and natural disasters. The Library of Alexandria, one of the largest and most famous centers of learning in the ancient world, was destroyed by fire, and with it, potentially vast amounts of knowledge. It is not hard to imagine that other cultures, such as the Egyptians or Sumerians, possessed similar or even more advanced technologies that were lost to the ravages of time. Even if much of this knowledge was lost, the existence of the Antikythera Mechanism shows that some fragments of this advanced understanding have survived, hidden beneath the sea for centuries. These surviving fragments challenge our assumptions about the technological abilities of ancient peoples. The Greeks may have had access to lost knowledge passed down from even older civilizations. Or perhaps there was an exchange of scientific ideas across cultures that has left no trace, except for a few exceptional artifacts like the Antikythera Mechanism. The mystery of the Antikythera Mechanism may never be fully solved, but the more we study it, the more we realize that the ancient world was far more complex and advanced than we ever imagined. It suggests that ancient civilizations were not only capable of sophisticated mechanical and astronomical work, but that they may have also had access to a network of knowledge that transcended time and space. As we unearth more artifacts and decode ancient technologies, the possibility that we have only scratched the surface of ancient wisdom grows ever more tantalizing. Much like the Antikythera Mechanism, the Voynich Manuscript stands as a testament to the complexity and mystery of ancient knowledge. Both artifacts, separated by time and space, challenge our understanding of what ancient civilizations were capable of. The Antikythera Mechanism, with its intricate gears and astronomical calculations, showcases a level of mechanical ingenuity that seems impossible for its time. The Voynich Manuscript, on the other hand, offers a different kind of enigma, one rooted in language, symbolism, and hidden meanings. What makes this manuscript so perplexing is not just its strange, undecipherable script, but the bizarre illustrations that accompany it. This book, which dates back to the early 15th century, has baffled scholars for centuries, with no definitive explanation ever emerging. Is it a record of lost knowledge? A coded manuscript containing secrets that have been lost to time? Or is it something far more extraordinary? The Voynich Manuscript, named after the Polish-American book dealer Wilfred Voynich, who discovered it in 1912, is filled with over 200 pages of strange, unreadable text. The language used in the manuscript is unlike any known language on Earth. No existing linguist has ever been able to decipher it, despite decades of attempts. What's more, the manuscript is illustrated with intricate drawings of plants, astronomical charts, and bizarre, otherworldly creatures, none of which correspond to any known species or constellations. Scholars have been left to wonder if the manuscript was created as an elaborate hoax, a medical or alchemical manual, or perhaps a form of communication from an ancient civilization that left no other trace of its existence. Despite numerous attempts by historians, cryptographers, and linguists to decipher the manuscript, this meaning remains elusive. Some theories suggest that it is a pharmacopoeia or a botanical text, while others propose that it might be an alchemical manual or a text of mystical significance. The illustrations seem to depict fantastical plants and strange creatures, with no clear connection to any known species. Some scholars even hypothesize that the manuscript may have been created by a society with an advanced knowledge of botany and alchemy, perhaps even lost knowledge passed down from a long-lost civilization. If this is the case, what other knowledge might this book contain that has eluded discovery? What is most intriguing about the Voynich Manuscript is that, like the Antikythera Mechanism, it forces us to confront our assumptions about the capabilities of ancient civilizations. How could a civilization, centuries before the printing press or modern cryptography, produce a manuscript so complex and cryptic? The very existence of the Voynich Manuscript suggests that there were cultures in antiquity with knowledge of complex systems of language, symbolism, and illustration that we have yet to fully understand. If the manuscript contains a form of lost knowledge, perhaps from an ancient civilization that has since disappeared, what other pieces of this lost puzzle might still be hidden in the ruins of our ancient world? As we stand on the precipice of understanding ancient knowledge, it is important to recognize that the Antikythera Mechanism and the Voynich Manuscript are but two examples of a far greater mystery. These artifacts, whose origins and purposes remain shrouded in enigma, may represent only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the vast and intricate wisdom of ancient civilizations. For centuries, we have been taught to believe that ancient civilizations were primitive and lacked the sophistication we possess today. Yet, as the Antikythera Mechanism and the Voynich Manuscript demonstrate, these assumptions may be profoundly mistaken. The more we uncover, the clearer it becomes that our ancestors might have possessed knowledge far beyond what we could ever imagine. The complexity of the Antikythera Mechanism, the precision of its gears, and the mysteries embedded within the Voynich Manuscript point to a level of intellect and understanding that was once common, but has since been lost. But the question remains, how much more did they know that has been lost to time? What secrets lie hidden in the pages of ancient texts or embedded in the ruins of long-forgotten cities? We have barely scratched the surface, and yet, the fragments we have uncovered, from the mechanical genius of the Antikythera Mechanism to the cryptic illustrations of the Voynich Manuscript, raise the unsettling possibility that ancient civilizations were not only more advanced than we think, but may have been the keepers of knowledge that was lost when their cultures crumbled. The mystery of the Antikythera Mechanism may never be fully solved. The intricacies of its design, the sophistication of its functions, and the purpose it served all point to a level of technological advancement that is almost incomprehensible for the time period in which it was created. As for the Voynich Manuscript, the mysteries contained within its pages may never be unlocked, and its true meaning may always remain hidden from us. Yet, both these artifacts, along with others like them, continue to provoke awe and wonder. Perhaps the mystery of the Antikythera Mechanism, like so many other ancient puzzles, will remain unsolved, forever tantalizing the minds of future generations. Perhaps the Voynich Manuscript is not meant to be deciphered but to serve as a reminder that some knowledge is beyond our comprehension. And perhaps it was always meant to remain hidden. In the end, these enigmatic artifacts do more than just puzzle us. They remind us that we have only just begun to scratch the surface of the ancient world's true capabilities. What we know about ancient civilizations, then, may be but a fraction of what was once known. As we continue to explore and uncover the secrets of the past, we may one day discover more pieces of this lost puzzle, each revealing a glimpse of the extraordinary knowledge that humanity once possessed. Until then, the Antikythera Mechanism, the Voynich Manuscript, and other such relics will continue to stand as silent sentinels, guarding the mysteries of a forgotten age. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the hidden depths of ancient knowledge. If you found this exploration of history's secrets fascinating, make sure to subscribe to Secrets of Antiquity for more intriguing discoveries. Until next time, may the mysteries of the past continue to inspire and guide you on your path of curiosity. Stay curious and keep seeking the truth.